Hello all, good morning. Today I'm going to talk about Tata Motors, which came out with a press release last week stating the issues that they are facing on the supply side. Over the last couple of quarters, we all know that the semiconductor industry is facing certain supply or the manufacturing issues from their side because of scarcity of certain parts from them. In turn, a domino effect was seen by most of the automobile manufacturers globally, and they had to face the supply side issues coming from there. So Tata Motors mentioned that JLR, being a part of that, is facing severe crunch on the supply side. Uh, we all know that other companies like BMW, Audi, Daimler, etc. Everybody is facing that issue. But JLR, being a smaller player with a market share close to about 4 to 5% globally, is facing the heat more than the others. So that's why the company said that the cash out go in Q1 was close to about 1 billion pounds, and also going forward in Q2 we may see this impact even severe as we had seen in Q1. So obviously the Q2 numbers will not be that will be definitely lower than Q1, and also they mentioned that the EBIT margins will be lower than the EBIT margins seen in Q1. So maybe they may also see loss. That's what we think. So we are aware that JLR has been underperforming rather over the last couple of years or more than that, and they were facing several issues like demand constraints, capex outgo that they had come out with, investments pressurizing their cash flows and margins, etc. So but now we all know that in the last week JLR came out with the retail numbers, and they were so robust. About more than 100% growth was seen in most of their geographies. Even on sequential basis, the numbers were quite robust. Geographies like US, UK, China, and Europe, all of them have performed really very well. So this shows that the intrinsic demand is quite strong, but at this time the company cannot fulfill that demand because of the supply crunch. So the semiconductor issue is expected to get sorted out by Q3 maybe, but Q2 will be not that great. Therefore, the stock has reacted likewise, and we have seen the stock coming down below 300 levels. So from these levels, I would say that once the bounce back happens, which is expected Q3 onwards, definitely one can see a great bounce back in the share price as well. So I would recommend Tata Motors to be bought at dips. So whenever the stock moves down by about 5 to 10%, or even lesser than that, one can get into the stock, because the commercial vehicle story in the domestic markets is evolving. We have seen a very good demand and the market share rise in the passenger vehicle business as well. So this issue, which is not pertinent with the company itself, but it's a global issue related with the industry, I think Tata Motors is much better placed at this point in time to enter into. So once the bounce back happens in the second half of FY22, the stock can reach good levels, and it may report very good volumes because the retail demand is quite strong. The company is coming up with various good models. The Defender is facing really very good demand, which was recently launched. So going forward, I think that this is one of the stocks which one needs to look out for, and be in the stock and enter into it whenever the stock dips. So I would recommend Tata Motors at this point in time with a medium to long term view, and a target close to about 400 to 425 rupees. Thank you.